That's it, the famous The Guy Doing Things soundtrack. Depends on what you think famous is. Welcome to the 15th episode of The Guy Doing Things. Still doing it in Lockdown Central. Today I'll be talking to the Oates twins. And for the first time ever, the podcast is sponsored by Total Excellium Racing. Go follow them on Facebook and Instagram. Coincidentally, they're also the team that represents, that the Oates twins represent. And they also started a band. So these guys do everything. We'll just have a chat with them in a moment to ask what's up. And if you're listening to this from around the world, welcome. Thanks for listening. And let's get right into the podcast. Let's go! And finally, here they are, the Oates twins, Darren and Justin. Welcome to The Guy Doing Things.
Well, thanks for having us. It's nice to be on the show. Yeah, thank you very much.
Awesome, man. And you guys, I'm going to let the listeners in on a little bit of a secret. It's around 10 o'clock in the morning, and I've just been told that the twins are still in their pajamas. It's a lockdown thing, eh? It's a lockdown thing.
I try to get up and get going as soon as possible, but I usually stay in my pajamas till like midday, to be honest. Like only in the lockdown, not every day.
No, yeah. I think that's where we all are at the moment. You can still be productive in your pajamas. It's just I'm just glad on my side it's not a video interview or something. But let's start. Welcome once again. So this is a question I'm gonna ask the brothers separately, but you can answer zigzag if you want to. Just tell us who's speaking. But the first question is for Darren. So where do you guys come from, and where did your passion for racing start?
Okay, so actually we grew up more towards Joburg side, but when we came to Oates in high school, we moved towards Pretoria. So currently we're staying between Midrand and Centurion.
Okay, so Joburg boykies.
Yes. So my dad actually also he raced go-karts. But not like, it was more of a hobby. He didn't take it as seriously as we did. So he actually got us into racing. We started racing go-karts when we were 5 years old. Yeah. So that's how it happened.
Goodness. Yeah. Okay. And where you racing now? Are you what's the championship name? Is it just in South Africa? How does it work?
Okay, Justin, you can answer that one. Okay, so we currently racing what's called Polar Cup. It's a national series, so we race across the country. We've got 2 or 3 races actually in Gauteng, which 2 of them are at Swartkops, which is Pretoria side. Not quite, maybe more Centurion, Swartkops. Well, it's in Swartkops area.
Yeah.
So and then we've also got a race at Kyalami once a year. And then we also race in Cape Town and in PE. This year we don't have a race in East London, but we sometimes race in East London and Red Star. Where's that? That's I don't know why. My geographic knowledge is limited. So we race across the country in Polar Cup, which is, in our opinion, the most competitive category in the country. So depending on sponsorship, we actually planning on taking it further and making it a step to Europe or wherever wherever it takes us.
Awesome.
But yeah.
Just let the record show, this is on the podcast now, that besides your mom, I'm one of the fans that need to be there when it goes international. I want to be that fan guy, with the photos and the whole kit at backstage screaming for you guys. Okay. So, Justin, just let's be honest for a moment. Are you guys good teammates? I mean, you're twins, so I think at your home, you might be, when there's one piece of steak left, you guys would fight over that. But if you but as teammates, it's a professional sport. You're racing against other professional drivers. Do you leave the twin thing behind and become a different type of teammate, or have you just been good teammates throughout your history of racing?
Well, whether it be whatever we involved in, whether it be the music or the racing, I think we both are very competitive, and that at times might be like a hurdle, but at times it actually pushes us to try and achieve new heights. Okay. So obviously, before any event or something, we would be competitive and try and almost sometimes tease with each other to make a joke about who's better. But I think that actually pushes oneself to try and outsmart or outperform each other. Yeah. And obviously, when we are at a professional event and we really try and compete, obviously it's in both our interests to really do the best we can, and then we obviously support each other. Like on track, Darren speaking now, on track we do respect each other and give each other like more space than we would like someone else. So that obviously benefits the both of us. I'd race harder against someone else than I would against my brother. So
that's interesting.
Let's see how the championship goes this year. But maybe if it gets inside towards the end, we become each other's biggest rival. I don't know. We'll see.
Hopefully that doesn't become the case. So, you mentioned you started a singing career. Now you guys started. It's not a band. It's a what do you call it? I mean, you two singing together. What is that called? Is it a band? Is it a?
Well, I think in the modern context, it would still be called a band, because I think a band these days is really very undefined. Because in the past, you would imagine a band being a drummer, a bass guitarist, a guitarist, and maybe sometimes a pianist or something, and a vocalist. But I think these days, with pop music being so alternative, I almost want to say, like the definition of a band has just changed. But so the way we would perform would surely differ from the traditional band you would see maybe in the 80s or 90s. Yeah, so we are going for more of a synthetic sound. Maybe here and there we'll have a guitarist on stage or whatever, but I'm not the world's best guitarist. Like stuff, we both play piano, so we'll do. If we play live, we'll probably play the piano and sing. Yeah, but then we'll do some of the percussion stuff with synthetic instruments and and sometimes get someone in if we've got some really cool like guitar riff or something going. Then someone will be rocking on stage and playing that riff.
Okay. Just come on for the riff and then go off again.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll think about it.
Yeah. But so between racing and singing, I mean, those two have nothing to do with each other. Where does that fit in with your passion? What are you guys passionate about? How does that fit in with your life motto and whatever, doing the things that you do?
So, to be honest, this year is actually, I'd say, more chill than it was in the last couple of years, because we also studied mechanical engineering.
Oh, goodness.
At the same time, and it was almost unmanageable. But at the moment, we either go to events for our sponsors in terms of the racing, or we are in studio recording our album. So I think as soon as we start performing live gigs and stuff, it might be tighter the schedule.
Yeah.
But at the moment, we still managing. But, yeah, I think it's Justin now again, but I think it doesn't actually matter which platform we do it on. We actually just, whether it be the singing or the music, or whether you sitting and listening and you not maybe in one of the two, you in business or whatever, we just use whatever we do as a platform to try and reach other people and obviously to make a difference.
Awesome.
So, yes.
That leads perfectly to my next question. How do you impact other people then through your hobbies? How do you make an impact, a lasting impact in other people's lives?
Yeah. So for me, like I said, I actually want to try and inspire other people to whatever your specific talent or hidden talent or something is. It actually doesn't make a difference.
Yeah.
You might think it's very glamorous being a racing driver or doing music on a stage, which obviously at times is fun, but it's actually just a platform. It doesn't actually matter what platform you've got and you were given your talent you were born with. You can actually exploit that and make use of it to reach other people. So I don't know what I'd say. Like you said, racing and music sounds very glamorous, but there's definitely, I'd say, especially in South Africa, there's easier ways to make money. So, so it's about more than just that. We actually want to inspire people, and I think our music, once it's released, people will hear the words are very deep, and hopefully we can actually inspire people with it.
Yeah. And just tell us quickly, what do you call your band?
It's called Alter Ego. Well, it depends if you're Afrikaans or English, but it's spelled the same. So
it works both ways.
Yes.
Awesome. So just lastly, you guys spoke about impact and whatever. Now, especially during this time in lockdown, it's a weird time to impact other people or influence other people. But through your platforms, how can you motivate other people to start doing things, or what would you should suggest other people start doing?
So I would say whatever it is you do in life, I say you must set yourself a goal, and it must be something you really desire very strongly, and to also have a mindset as if you are already where you want to be. Yeah. And also persistence in whatever you do, because I think 98% of people give up on the first hurdle or the first thing that goes wrong. So if your desire is strong enough, you'll push through. That's well, I just want to something he briefly touched on. Something I've thought about in this lockdown period, and it actually came out of one of the books I read. Yeah. Because I'm not a big reader, but I started reading a bit in this lockdown. Is where he actually described how it's better actually to work from your vision, so work from the future, and then backtrack from there to how you're going to get wherever, rather than sitting where you're currently at and trying to just go, because you don't know what the future holds. So if it's an undetermined future, just trying to work from the present is quite difficult. But if you backtrack from what future you envision, it makes it a bit of a clearer picture of what you actually need to do to achieve that.
Oh, that's perfect, man. What book is that you're reading? So if someone is in lockdown and they can manage to get hold of it, they can start reading it. That's awesome advice.
So that was actually the first book I read in this lockdown. It's called The E-Myth. It's a bit of it's a business book, and it's actually on small businesses specifically. But it's quite inspirational. And the first section I added, so Darren spoke first, was if you read the book Think and Grow Rich. Yeah. It sounds very materialistic, but it's actually it's rich and more than just money. So
I also read the book. It's awesome. I actually listened to it online on Audible, and then I bought the physical book as well to reread it.
Yes, very good.
Yeah. No, that's an awesome book. And yeah, so guys, thank you so much. I think that's it's very inspiring to hear that, you know, you guys are actually used to outdoors, being physical, and now you in your homes, but you're still working, you're still grafting. So well done on that. And from my side, it's very inspiring, and hopefully you get to inspire a bunch of more people out there.
Thanks so much. Thanks for having us. Yeah, it was awesome. Thanks.
Once again, thank you to the twins. Thank you to Total Excellium Racing for sponsoring the episode. And until next time, until episode 16, stay safe. Goodbye.